Hello, YouTube. So, who am I and why should you care? Well, my name is Jessica, and I am the owner of Embrace, which is a hair care line. And I just happen to be a successful YouTuber. I am a successful business owner, and I have gotten very lucky on my investments. At least that will all be true in at least 10 years from now. I can almost guarantee it. So, what does that mean for you all? Well, if I'm being serious, a lot of YouTubers or a lot of people who have gotten on YouTube who are successful, they become successful first and then they talk about their steps or their progress that made them successful. And what I wanted to do was come to you all as a nobody, currently a nobody, but I am a somebody, just not nobody you know. So anyway, I'm here. Okay, again, people talk about their success when they become successful. So I want to show you all in real time my progress, how long it's going to take me, and I'll talk about investments, I'll talk about my hair business, my overall startup as an entrepreneur. And you guys get to grow with me. That's the goal. So I'm going to work with you all as I'm working with myself. I think that's the way to put it. So, what if I have for you today? I actually wanted to start YouTubing a little sooner. However, life happens, right? So this video has been made in October. No, it's not. This is November. This is November. I'm smart. I know my months. This is November, but my progress happened in October. So this month is November, and I'm talking about the progress that I made in October. And I wanted to say that October actually started off strong. And I had unexpected setbacks. Some issues came up, and I actually just decided to document my overall progress to show you guys. Yep, check. Yep, okay. So, pretend you didn't see that. So, I actually developed a strategy that would help keep me consistent. And it's completing one task a day. I don't work for 5 hours straight. I don't work for 42 hours in a week. I don't do any of that. I work when I want, when I feel like it, but sometime, at some period of the day, I will complete one task. And that's what I've given myself. One task a day, no matter what, even if it's just checking a simple email. I realize, at least for me, I stay consistent, and oftentimes I complete more than one task. Oftentimes. Sometimes I'll just check an email. So we talked about those two things. Okay, so let's do this. Let's start with the mopey stuff, and we can get that out the way. And I will end on a happy note. So in August, I actually went to my gym. It's a specialized gym. I'll go ahead and tell you. It's a kickboxing gym. Yes, I kickbox. Can't you tell? Yeah, yeah. Can you tell? Yeah, yeah. Look. Beep, beep, beep. So I went to my kickboxing gym every day in August without fail. I was really consistent. And the next month, my car broke down. Well, the city streets broke my car because I ran over it. Well, let me explain. So, the manhole? There's a manhole. It was like this in the middle of the road. So the manhole is leveled with the ground. Okay, well, the ground surrounding the manhole was lowered, or it was dug around it. So there was a dip. And I drove over it at full speed. Let's just say I found out the hard way that my car could never survive a bridge jump. Never. So I hit it at full speed. My car goes up and slams down. I heard a click. What was that click? My subframe. What is a subframe? The subframe is the bottom of your car that holds up the engine. So luckily, only one side broke, not the other. I actually managed to drive to the post office, and I parked. And I called AAA. Maybe I'll submit photos if I have any. Maybe I'll do it. So yeah, I broke my subframe. I was out of a car for about 2 weeks, and I did not want to get a rental, so I didn't go to the gym. The next week after that, an older problem that I knew about came back to haunt me. So it was an electrical problem that had to do with one of my sensors. And I had to put my car right back in the shop. And I just had it for a few days. So, okay, that's the third week with no gym. And then, let me see. I did that. Talk about the subframe. So, a family member of mine came down with COVID. So, I had to go visit. So, after I got my car back a second time, I had to make plans to fly to Texas. Flew to Texas, saw my family member. We spent a couple of days out of Texas, out in Texas, and we flew back. And I'm just going to have to move on to a subtopic really quickly. One thing I have to say about Texas, I was wondering, how the heck does everyone in Texas has an SUV? Everyone, almost everyone. And if they don't, they have a truck. SUV or a truck, that's mostly what you see on the road. Either or. And a few cars. So I got to the gas station. I don't look at gas prices. It's depressing. I just fill up and go. I filled up an SUV for $46. If you live in California, please pick up your jaw. Yes, I filled up an SUV for about $46. My Pontiac, which is a Grand Prix because it's pretty, but my Pontiac is a 6-cylinder It's a 6-cylinder. And just mess up the whole vibe. But anyway. Oh, yes, cars and gas. My car in San Francisco cost me, with the gas prices nearly $5 a gallon, cost me about almost $70 to fill up. And the most I've ever spent on gas from empty to full with my Pontiac was about $74. Once I filled up that rental for $40, it was an SUV, I wanted to give those people a tip. I've never spent that little money on gas, such little money on gas. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was my side story. Where was I? Oh, yes. So Texas, and we came back. Okay. So that's my family. I'm definitely very sad about it. So I was depressed for a while. And I think I told you, he came down with COVID. I was depressed. It was sad. What did I put here? Ah, yes, I lost 4 pounds. I was sad, but I was, I wasn't so sad to the point where I couldn't appreciate the weight loss. I lost 4 pounds going to Texas, being depressed. I'm okay with that. So I got back. I went to my gym. They put me on a scale. The scale is like this fancy live body scan type scale, and it measures everything about you. So I had my body measurement done, and I had lost 4 pounds. I lost some muscle mass as well, but I lost 4 pounds. That was a big deal because I had been trying to lose those 4 pounds since April, and it wasn't going anywhere. And the moment I stopped thinking about it, I lost the weight. Just trust me, I would definitely was not on a diet at that point. But anyway, you get the point. I lost weight, not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal. So, oh, I done went through half this already, didn't I? I made a lot of progress this month. That's why I wrote everything down. That's it. So, let's just move on to the good stuff. What's the good stuff? Well, I became an official business through the treasurer and tax collector with the city and county of San Francisco. I'm an official business now. We're in business. I have no product. No product. I'm actually working with a formulator to make my hair products. And as much as I would love to tell you that I made my products in my kitchen, I don't feel right about that. Yes, I can make my own products in my kitchen. I just feel better if I had a formulator to make my products. And judging by how long this is taking, I'm going to end up in my kitchen. But that's a story for another day. Let's keep moving down the list of fun. So I set up my Instagram business page. That was fun. That was good. So actually on my Instagram, I also have photos of me at my kickboxing gym. So if you guys want to see that, see me in action, jab cross, jab cross. In other terms, I forgot. Your mind goes blank right at the right moment, doesn't it? So anyway, you can check out my Instagram. You can look for Embrace. I'm going to have my link down in the description box. I like being a YouTuber. So anyway, I am taking classes with the Renaissance Entrepreneurship Center. And I recommend those classes for anyone. If you are in the Bay Area, look them up. Again, it's the Renaissance Entrepreneurship Center. And they help business owners, startups like myself, start their business and grow it. Or maintain, whatever it is that you want to do. They will help you. So if you're in the Bay Area and you're an entrepreneur starting out, you can take classes. Some classes are free, some classes are low cost, and you may have to pay full price, but it's worth it. All depends on your income. It's worth it. The classes are worth it. Let's see, what else have I done? Oh, actually, if I'm being honest, I have been a student for many years. I've been a student since 2008. My first business through them was a daycare. I wanted to open a daycare at one point. And it didn't go. I couldn't find a place. It's too expensive to afford rent in San Francisco. So, no daycare for me. And I've had several other business ventures through them. And when I walk in, they know me by name. I've been with them for many years. So, next, what do we have? Oh. Hey, I'm more black on this hand. Oh, I never noticed that. Oh, you learn something new about yourself every day. And I thought everything on my body was symmetrical. Okay, now that that's out the way, I got myself a business email. It's not a .com. It is a .gmail? Yes, it's a .gmail. What should I say about that? Obviously, you want the .com. And right now, where I'm at in my business, I'm not ready for a .com. I will be soon. Once I get my products and everything labeled and ready to actually open my doors. So, oh yes, I applied for an Amazon business credit card. An Amazon business credit card. Totally worth it. And that card is the strongest card I've ever had. It's almost unbreakable. I'll tell you that much. And actually, that card ended up funding my trip to Texas. And then I paid it right off when I got back. But you know what? We're going to talk about cards in the future. I am going to... What am I going to do? I am going to teach you all on how to use credit cards, how to pay them off, and how to utilize the credit that you have. Among other things that the people don't tell you when you're in school, or that our parents may not know or didn't know, or our teachers didn't tell us. So, what is next? Oh, I am also teaching myself accounting. It's a very boring topic. It's very difficult. Actually, accounting isn't difficult. It's tedious, and it is boring. Tedious and boring. But I did come across this one book called Lemonade, the Accounting Game. So if you ever actually want to learn, I recommend this book. This book was written by Daryl and Judith Orloff. Hopefully I said her name correctly. Not the greatest with names. So here we go. The Accounting Game. And basically they take the concept of the old-fashioned lemonade stand that every kid might have had back in the day. You sell the lemonade for 25 cents then, and it teaches you accounting based on the lemonade stand, and it walks you through each possible scenario as a business owner. Example, somebody wants to buy lemonade for you, and you give them lemonade on credit. Opening a bank account, borrowing money from your parents, having your sister work for you, so now you have to consider her an employee, and it's a really good book. It's interactive and it's entertaining. I'm actually halfway through. You can see from my wonderful, fabulous bookmark that I'm halfway through chapter 5, and there's about 10 chapters. So my purpose for buying this book, was I wanted to learn the basics of accounting so that when I finally outsource my accounting needs, I would, what am I trying to say? I would know what my accountant was talking about, and hopefully I don't get ripped off. So that was my point of learning accounting. And also, I'm pretty sure the first year or two, I'm going to be doing my own accounting, sadly, because it's very expensive. But don't worry, I'm not stingy. I'm going to help you all with the same information. And hey, as I'm going down this road of entrepreneurship, and as I'm learning, you all will be learning with me. Well, hello again. You all died on me, so now I have to actually edit this video, so thank you for that. Where did we leave off? Oh, you know what? I got my pen. Where did we leave off at? I believe I was talking about the accounting book. Anyway, bottom line, it's a great book. Go get it if you want to learn accounting. And I recommend it for everyone. Even if you're just wanting to learn something new. Again, I'm going to have to edit this video. Thank you. Next topic. Pop-up events. So I went to a pop-up event. It was actually through the Renaissance. And I didn't have my business up and ready at the time. And I don't have any product, as we all know. So I went to... It was an event in South San Francisco. And it was actually pretty cool getting to meet all my classmates in person. And I wanted to go because I wanted to, what's that word when you help out other people? Support. I wanted to support my fellow classmates. So I posted them on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you get to see everyone's photo. And you get to see the different businesses that was there. What else happened? I actually went with a current business partner of mine. And we're not official business partners, but we're friends. And we do businessy stuff together. And we're friends. Yeah. So therefore we're business partners because we work together. Anyway, I'm just being silly. So anyway, I guess to get to the point, what I've learned about the pop-up event, I learned that I wanted to have product for something for everyone. My main focus would be women with curly, super curly hair, and I would also offer bath products, for example, maybe lotions, bath salts, something that everyone can take advantage of even if they don't buy my hair products. So that was the takeaway I got from going to that event, just to support. So of course, I recommend if there's an event, local shopkeeping events, what are those things called? Flea markets, other pop-up events related, just go to them. Where there's other entrepreneurs, go network, talk with people, but I actually just go for your own experience. If you're trying to start a business like me, just actually trying to start a business, it is good to get out and go and meet people. So we're gonna click that off. So I bought a new camera for the occasion of starting this business, not for the pop-up. And I can't really show you the camera because this is how we're communicating. So I actually have the box. Here we go. Click, click. So it's the Sony digital camera ZV-1. And it's actually a camera that is made with vloggers in mind. So it says content creation made simple. That's one of the reasons why I bought it. I bought it for several reasons. And I did my YouTube research. I did all the, and I think I'm happy with it. I'm happy. It also came with a stand that allows me to pick it up and hold it, and I can also, it's like a separate remote. So basically I can do this. See? Oh, it's on lock? Gosh darn it. Okay, here we go. So I can control the functions. Yeah, see? I can control the functions right in front of me. Fancy. Cost me an extra $150 to just do that, but it's okay. Yeah, it's a Sony. It's my first Sony camera. I'm usually more of a Canon person, but it works. I forgot why I like the camera, but whatever. It's a good camera. Buy it. Oh, I also applied for my EIN number. I haven't heard back from that. I'm a little worried. I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. The mail didn't come back, so I know it reached their destination. But hey, I'm not complaining about it. So I think my biggest gain this month of October, not November, I think my biggest gain was learning, after my many years of an entrepreneur, learning to complete one task a day for your business. So despite what everyone tell you, a lot of people will tell you something different. I've heard the typical advice is you have to make sure that you work X amount of hours within the week just to be successful. And that may be true, But what works for me is just completing one task a day. Just break everything up to a task and complete it. That's all you have to do. And it's easier. Simple. I think we made it. I think that's it. So, there we go. My first, well, technically it's my third video, but who's counting? Hopefully I'll see you guys in my more other videos that I'm going to complete. You guys are going to see more advice, more tips, more actual content regarding hair, finances, and just overall entrepreneurship. So hope you stay tuned long enough to see all of that. Thank you for visiting my site. Oh, wait, no, it's not a site, it's a page. My YouTube page? My YouTube channel. My channel! It's a channel. It's called a channel. I knew that the whole time. So thank you for visiting my channel, and I hope you all have a great day. Like, share, subscribe. Bye! Oh, how do I turn you off now? I know what I'm doing. One more thing that I'm actually kind of proud of that happened. I got my first gray hair. You probably can't see it. It's somewhere. It was in here somewhere. You probably can't see it. But I got my first gray hair. Yep. I'm actually kind of proud. One last time, have a good night.